Are you pregnant? I did a lot of lifting on my job. So you can come back after you have the baby. What do you mean I can come back after I had the baby? What am I going to do to prepare for this child? I need a job. So I was without a job from 2009 until 2011. So, but God provided. There wasn't a bill that wasn't paid, a meal that wasn't a meal that was missed. Nothing. Everything went on as if I was still working. Are you pregnant? I did a lot of lifting on my job. So you can come back after you have the baby. What do you mean I can come back after I had the baby? What am I going to do to prepare for this child? I need a job. So I was without a job from 2009 until 2011. So, but God provided. There wasn't a bill that wasn't paid, a meal that wasn't a meal that was missed. Nothing. Everything went on as if I was still working. So 2011 comes around. I'm working. I think I was still in training. So training was 8 weeks. So had probably been there 6 weeks. Anthony was let go. So I'm like, Lord, we just got back on the train. So he was let go. And within that 6-month time that he was without work, I was pregnant with Katie. We needed a bigger house because we were living in a 2-bedroom townhouse. So it was 3 of us, and now we're going to add another one. And we were both like, Lord, you've always taken care of us, and you provided for us. You provided when Ausha didn't have a job, so you can provide now while Anthony's out of work. So in that 6 months, we not only was there not a bill not paid, we paid off 2 cars. We bought a house and moved in April. Amen. So you can't tell me that my God is not a provider. Amen. Now, how he did it on an income that was less than the one we had before when I was not working, I don't know. But that's not for me to know.
That's right.
All I know is he took care of us.
Amen.
So coming into this, people at work were, well, I don't know. I got to figure out how to do this. And so what are you going to do? You pregnant? God will work it out. You're just so nonchalant. God will work it out. There's no need for me to stress myself. He's already proven himself to me. There's no need for me to stress. And the thing about that is God isn't a respecter of person. So if he'll do it for me, he'll do it for you. There's nothing that he will do for one that he won't do for another. So, this summer I've kind of been, hanging out with the kids. And the one thing that did kind of upset me was the girl, like I said, they go to a private school. So we kind of had the talk when we first found out, and we're like, well, Aubrey, you might not be able to go to school, next year. You'll still go to school, but just not the school that you've been going to. And that might have been the one thing that kind of hurt my heart. Because, of course, she doesn't understand. Well, why not? She doesn't understand, the backside of things. So I was like, God, I want her to be able to go to school. I don't want there to be an impact. So whatever it is you have or you have us to do, then just direct us and show us. So kind of in my mind, I was like, well, once the end of the summer, I'll start applying for jobs and, looking and trying to see, where I could, get in or whatever. And I got a call about 4 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. And they're like, hi, calling you in regards to a position you applied for. And I'm thinking in my mind, I didn't apply for nothing. I've been running around with these kids. And when they said, with the position, I was like, oh, yeah, I did apply for that. I think it was like the beginning of May. Didn't think nothing else of it. Was really just doing it just to do something. And they're like, we'd like to, have an interview with you. And the particular company that it is, since I've been out of work, all of my coworkers and things that I've been talking to, like everyone's been trying to get in the company. There's the managers who were with Sprint for 15 and 20 years and have all these degrees and all this experience. And they're like, yeah, nobody can get in the door. Nobody can get in the door. So I was just like, oh, well, it's probably going to be the same, thing that everybody else has been going through, because even people that were in the department with me, were applying, and they're like, yeah, I had my first interview, and then they sent me an email and said, thank you, but no thank you. So when he called me, I was just kind of like, oh, I'll go with it. So I called and had the first interview and was like, okay, well, God, if it's for me, then it's for me. If not, I'll get the thank you, but no thank you email and keep it moving. So 2 days later, they called and said, well, we want to do a second interview with you. Okay. So can you do it in 2 weeks? We'll do it in 2 weeks. So that was the 28th. And it's the 26th, I'm sorry. And did the interview. It was a over-the-phone interview with one of the managers. And still, I was just like, God, if it's for me, it is. If not, you're going to make a way. So that was a Wednesday. I got a call Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock and said, well, she wants to offer you the job.
Right.
And your start date is August 29th. And I didn't think anything of it. So, talked with them, and I was like, well, thank you, Lord. But then as we were actually getting ready to leave to go to North Carolina, and we were on the road, and I just started laughing. And Anthony was like, what are you laughing at? I was like, God he's good, and he's funny, too. I said, the one thing I requested was I wanted to spend the summer with the kids. Uh-huh. August 29th is a Monday. Their first day of school is the 30th. I said, you can't time it any more perfect than that. Like, it's not, we're running around trying to figure out, all right, well, what are we going to do with the kids, until school starts. But it's in his time. And it wasn't that I was, hounding this company down. Like I said, there's people that I know of they've applied for 6 and 7 positions, calling every day. I did an application back in May and forgot all about it. But God. But God.
Okay.
So I share that to say that having faith is not as hard as we make it out to be. And to add to that, the Sunday before I had that interview, we were having a good service. And that was the Sunday I was in the aisle, and Brother Brad came over, and he pulled me out and he said, you didn't have enough room in there. And me and God had a good time in that aisle right there. We had a real good time in that aisle. And that's not to say that if I wouldn't have done that, God wouldn't have provided. However, he honored that. And that was my work. It wasn't anything elaborate. It was just praising him, knowing that he was going to work it out. So with that, I want to close a little differently. At first, I was like, yeah, I'm going to sing songs. And then God was like, they're going to expect that. And I was like, well, I don't want to be up here for it. One thing you know about me, I am not a put me behind the scenes. I'm A-okay. I don't have to be in front of nobody's light. None of that. Now, you probably like, well, you be up there shouting and yelling at us every Sunday. That's not me. That's the Lord. And then after I get down, I'm just like, okay, I don't know what I said. Who told us stepping on who I made mad, but it won't me. It was the Lord. So he meant that for you. But there's a song that has been on my heart for probably the last month.